Okay, one cool trick I want to show you using the NC sander is using the jointer and cutter or jointer cutter. So I use it a lot now because especially when I'm doing a lot of aluminum milling, I use it for prep work. Example, I need to run some milling and I need to make the stock on the dimension where I program it. So assume like this one is like longer. I'm just gonna show you a demo. So I'm gonna cut it to the specs of the stocks. Since I don't have like a cold cutter, so first thing I need to do is probably gonna do a probe first. So people are quite asking how I probe my bits because my spindle are grounded, so I usually just put the probe in here. So I'm gonna use my gamepad. It's a jog. Oops, I gotta make it slow. Lower the Z. Lower more. Oops. I guess that should be good enough. So here, I just to double check that everything's working red. So I'm just gonna use this to connect. So it's turn green when we connect it. So all good. And the diameter is 6. So here I'm using 3D probe, which also work with just using the bit directly to the material, conductive material. So I'm gonna use the right front corner, or sorry, left front corner, and then I think that should be good. Let's start the probe. Actually, I can also use my gamepad to start the probing. I think I put the shortcut in here. Okay, now we set up. Let's move this away. We already have our work offset. Let's just do a measurement. Let's say I want this to be a 65 millimeters as my stock, so I need to cut like 2 millimeter. Again, you're gonna cut 2 millimeter, but assume like, for example, this is a very long material. I just don't want to cut because technically with just 2 millimeter, I can just like reprogram my job to do the adaptive or just include this extra 2 millimeter for my adaptive cut. So this one is 85. Let's just make it 86. So I'm gonna do on the jointer. So the edge is, what's that again? Sorry, I forgot. 86. We'll just put it 86. 86. And then since our reference point is on the left side, so I'm gonna put the left side because the jointer usually like this is where you're gonna cut, but in my case this is my reference point and this is where I want to cut, so it's kind of bit opposite. So it's not a jointer now, it's a cutter. I want to cut 65 millimeter from this reference point. So what I'm gonna do is depth of cut 5 millimeter. That can cut on 5 millimeter. So what I'm gonna do is the 65 width plus 8 plus 6 should be 71. So basically the math is the target width I want and the 6 millimeter of the bit diameter. Number of pass, just one pass, because pass is more for jointer if you want to do a lot of engagement. So that's fine. Lead in, lead out. Then ideally when you do aluminum, you do a climb. But since it's an opposite direction, this conventional will become climb. But if we're doing a regular edging jointer, you should be putting that climb. Let's say our reference point is actually right side, then you need to put the climb. But since my reference point is left, I'm gonna do conventional, which when I generate this is actually gonna do a climb cut. So click generate. Okay, so here you can see this is our reference points. I'm gonna go here and then it's touch cutting. So that's why it's actually a climb cut. Okay, I think so let's move this out. And then let's actually clean this because it's gonna get messy in here. You gotta also see the first time, actually maybe second time I'm gonna run this auto mister that I built. There's an alcohol in here and this peristaltic pump, and this is my mister. This is actually also adjustable on height. So actually let's actually move it. Let me get my controller again. So I'm just gonna set up the height. Actually no, this is okay. So I'm just gonna double tap this, then it will remember the height. So let's check it. So let's check if it's working. So now pump is working. Let's try air. Oh, there you go. It's dripping because there's no air. Too much. So let's turn it off, the plug. Right now my air is still manual. I don't have solenoid. So let's see, we might kick the compressor now. It's a low pressure. I think we're good to cut. I just want to make sure double check it. I don't want to ruin my bit or my vise. I think the only thing you need to do is run it. Okay, let's turn on the air again. And then run. I think I put too much. I forgot to adjust the height. That's why it's going. If you look on the jointer cutter, I was on 26. This is just a 1/2. And let's look at the quality of the cut because of the mister. See there's a little bit gorge because I stopped, but it looks super smooth. Quality of cut is really good. Oh, I forgot to show you the measurement. Let's see. There you go, 65 dead on. And let's see how the quality of the cut. Look at that. Super smooth.